Yeah, happy Thursday, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burton. We got an awesome show planned for you guys tonight. Tonight, I want to talk about something that's really kind of rubs me along. I see it happen so much, especially being a father, and being a friend, or being a mentor, and it has a lot to do with people just taking the wrong piece of advice. And what I want to talk about, and this is nothing uncommon to anybody, and I've done it myself. What we're going to talk about tonight's show is the effects of listening to the wrong people. Really even determining who the hell the wrong people are. How they kind of judge, how they kind of be, from a practical standpoint, how they analyze who you should and shouldn't listen to. Right. We're having that discussion because, again, far too often, too many people fall into the same thing in regards to listening to the wrong people. And that's what I want to have a, engaging discussion with that tonight. Before we get started, remember, guys, the call-in number, if you want to add to the conversation, is 678 740-9894. Again, the call-in number is 678-740-9894. One more time, that's 678-740-9894. Again, this is Change the Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burton. Right now, we're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. The main hub is the Change the Lives YouTube channel, where we have over 800 videos, might be close to 900 videos on the YouTube channel, covering, motivation, professional development, parenting, being especially with being a single black father like myself. We're doing things of that nature, but it's a great show, great channel, but a lot of great information that's on there. But again, if you have to leave anytime during the conversation, make sure you go to Change the Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burton. Subscribe to the channel and take advantage of all the great information there.
Say hey to your mama. She been here early.
What's happening, mama?
She said, can't hear you, Poochie. Well, that was before we started talking. Hey, mama.
Big shout out to my mama. I was at my mama's house New Year, me and my kids. We was up there, man. Mama had the whole spread going.
The whole spread?
The whole spread. Yeah, man. Appreciate that, mama.
That's what's up.
Appreciate that. Lab, anything I got to think of. Well, we know next Monday coming up is, Pooch Day USA. Be my
That's
birthday.
Right. Birthday.
Yes, sir. Birthday. What's going to be for it? What is this? Man, this damn TikTok is killing me. I don't know, Lab. I don't know. So I ain't really got no mapped out plans. I'm not doing a party this year.
Nothing.
So I ain't gonna say I'm gonna do nothing. But I just don't have nothing mapped out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So at the end of the day, if anybody want to suggest, hey Pooch, we got you.
So no shindig this year.
No shindig and stuff like that.
Okay.
Nothing like that. I do want to say Happy New Year to everybody.
That's right.
I forgot, we're in 2024. It's gonna be an awesome year and everything. Right now we're getting ready for tax season on my end. How was your New Year, man?
It was okay.
That's cool.
I can't complain. I made it.
Absolutely.
We made it.
Absolutely. Everything been going pretty good, man. I can't complain at all. Remember, guys, you want to call in and join the show. The call-in number is 678-740-9894. Again, 678-740-9894. We're going to be talking about, let me see what's going on with this damn TikTok first. Restriction, current age restriction. For young, okay, I ain't tripping on that. That's good. Yeah, we're talking about the effects of listening to the wrong people. Listen to the wrong people can lead to various problems and challenges. And we're gonna talk about a few of those actual challenges. A lot of times, when we start talking about listening to the wrong people, that can be based on opinion. Exactly who the quote unquote wrong person is. Right?
That's right.
As a father, one thing about it when I talk to my children, I've always been the type of parent where I would say to my kids, like, look, man, I don't mind you getting guidance. Again, I don't think, because I've mentored a lot of young men over the years, and I've always took pride in, and I appreciate it when there's especially other fathers. This young man stayed a couple houses down from me. His father, straight up stand up guy, working in the juvenile justice system as a director. And he never had a problem with his son coming to me over the years, and that young man now is a successful engineer. Got a nice condo over there in Brookhaven, doing good.
Doing good.
But his pop never minded him coming and talking to me, right?
Right.
And the daddy, that dude, you know what I'm saying? But he never had no problem him going down to Mr. Deonte house rapping over the years, high school, college, coming down, and everything. And and on the same token, I've been the same kind of father. I never had a problem with my kids talking to people, but just make sure you're talking to somebody, the right person.
Right.
So what you say, Pooch? What the hell do you mean by
the right person?
Right person.
Right.
What I always say, the same thing when we start talking about it, I look at it with business. Make sure they're credible.
Okay.
Make sure they're credible and they're reputable.
Well, how would we know? How would we be able to check that before we talk to them?
Okay, at the end of the day, when you want to make that conversation, you still gonna do basic investigation. Do I need to talk about my wife? Somebody ain't never had one. Do I need to talk to about my kids or somebody ain't never had theirs? Or,
Okay.
Do I need to start talking about somebody about a certain career path if they haven't done it?
Okay.
Like, those are the kind of things, like, just being honest with you, because what happens is, far too often, we get caught into that little thing where we want to talk to folks that gonna probably tell us what we want to hear, right? And especially when we start going to, we get older, relationship wise, women do it a lot. Talk to another woman and everything like that. Again, y'all call them whatever you want to call. Feel free to call in.
Right.
But they do it a lot. Talk to the girls and everything. All kind of shit going wrong. Guys might talk to the fellas or whatever, getting wrong advice. But a lot of times people give advice on stuff that couldn't pertain to them. I remember, we've been divorced almost a while now. I remember I would tell my ex-wife all the time, and we weren't bad, but I'm just saying during the process, well, you listen to them women husbands ain't me.
You can't compare.
They ain't me.
Right.
So the stuff they telling you about, it ain't applicable to Pooch.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Hey, we ain't the same. We ain't the same. At all. And that's not a knock on her, but it's a knock on probably the process of what was going on. And that's a lot of times people talk to folks that really, they're more comfortable in not getting hard advice or stuff that make them feel bad. I've always been lucky to have mentors that were brutally honest to me. And to my credit, I took it. Right? You know what I'm saying? And sometimes when you start listening to folks that say, hey, boy, Pooch, that look good. And I always appreciate me being a former soldier in the military. Military, I used to, hey, that's effed up. Well, you know what? Nah, man, that's effed up. But most time in the military, unless it's some backstabbing person, but most of the time, a guy tell you it's messed up, then he say, well, man, you need to do it this way and get it fixed. And that's kind of how, that was ingrained in me at an early age in regards to just, with helping people. I'm honest with folks. I don't cut no corners. If it messed up, I'm going to be straight up with you. But I'm also going to give you a solution.
Okay.
But far too often people, when they want to go through a certain pathway in life, depending on what they want to do, again, family, career, whatever, they tend to go to people that's going to be accommodating to their feelings. It look good, man. That sound good. No, the hell it don't. No. And a lot of times because people, they aren't, when I say the credible and reputable, it might be a family member that love and care about you, but they're nowhere near in position to give you the correct advice on what you ask.
Proper advice. Okay.
Exactly. What you about to add, like you about to say something?
No, I was listening. I was paying attention.
But that's one of the key things I think far too often when we start we're talking about the effects of listening to the wrong people. We find comfort in not being scrutinized, right? So we say like, look, man, I don't really want to hear that. I just, what do you think about this business idea? People like, it's good, but do you want somebody to tell you it's good, or do you want somebody to give you sound advice, pros, cons, information, what you need to do? Most folks don't want to hear that, right?
Let me ask you a question. How do you, and I was trying to look on the paper before I asked this question, but I don't see it. How do you combat up against people giving you unsolicited advice? Giving you, and they may be the wrong person to give you this advice, but they just got to give, how we talked about before, where when you're in business, somebody giving you advice about your business, like, nah, you shouldn't do it like that, but they've never been in business before.
Oh, they never been in business before.
But you haven't asked them anything. You haven't asked them for any advice, but they just want to give it to you.
Well, I always say,
and they definitely the wrong person.
No, I got you. I always say in life you'll never be at a shortage to give people's opinions, but you'll be very, very tough to get people's assistance to correct the problem. That's an easy solution in regards to folks getting unsolicited advice. Just say I don't want to hear it.
Okay.
But at the end of it, what it is, far too often the people that are comfortable enough to give you unsolicited advice are usually people that are close to you, a family member, a close friend, or something like that. They just give it to you because sometimes at that particular time it may be unsolicited advice, but at other times they actually are always quick to just tell you something y'all vibe. But at that particular moment, you just really weren't trying to hear that from them. If that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like me and you might normally talk, but at that particular time, I say, Poochie, don't do this, that. But I really want to ask you for that. But when we get down like that, we normally talk.
Right.
But that particular subject, I wouldn't ask. You know,
right.
So, you know, just like stuff going on with your kids and stuff like, man, you probably just need to beat his tail, or I'll take to this and take you there. You like, nah, that probably ain't the way to go about it.
Right.
Because it just maybe the way they'll handle it, maybe depending on the actual amount of information they got at that particular time, you got to be careful about that kind of stuff. Because what I learned in life, the older I got, was most people, the world, I say 80% of the world do not deal in logic. They deal in emotion.
Right, emotions.
They get pissed off and they move and do this, that, and that, right? And when I start, you going to that 20%, when you start looking at from being able to deduct and reason and look stuff from a logical standpoint, you're looking at different kind of different scenarios, different constraints and stuff like that before you actually, you know, look to tackle a problem. You know, when you look at people that are good leaders, I think what people don't understand, people that are actually very good in leadership, is that their strong suit is not that they know everything. Their strong suit is that they know how to process information.
Okay.
You know, you can see a president, a prime minister, a real CEO, not nobody that got CEO at the back of their record label and shit like that. I'm talking real somebody that been, you know, versed in strategic
stuff.
Yeah, been versed in some kind of strategic planning. They actually know how to take this information, that information, process it, turn it, look at it from all kind of different scenarios, and then make a decision from there.
Okay.
The average person can't do that, right? But, you know, it's just kind of like, you know, and I'm being honest about myself, I think I can juggle about 7, 8 balls at a time. I've done that, you know, did that, you know, business and stuff like that. I think at most the average person can do 2 or 3.
Okay.
Right? That's not a slight on people, but everybody doesn't necessarily have that gift, right?
Right.
And that's one of the things I think I can do well. I think probably those people that actual CEOs, they can do more than 10. You know,
that's why they're CEOs.
Exactly. They can handle all those kind of stuff, generals and, you know, those world leaders. They can handle all those kind of things and be able to know what question to ask, what information to get, how to process it, and how to, you know, disseminate stuff from there. And when you don't put yourself in a position to get the right information, that's what happened. Good conversation I had with my son this morning, man. Again, we're talking about the effects of listening to the wrong people. Feel free to call in at 678-740-9894. Again, the number 678-740-9894. Good conversation I had with one of my sons this morning, right? He came and told me, and I'm catching tail end of everything. He was telling me that, you know, one of the classes he had to, you know, had to do a takeover with. And I ain't front on him, but I want to share this story, especially with parents, people just thinking, with children and stuff. And I just jumped the gun like, damn, why the hell you got to take the class over? Because I'm thinking, damn, money I got to pay. But the thing of it was, you know, he had to, hey, you know, and I went and took my shower. I'm pissed the hell off. Got to pay for another
right.
Got to do this, that, and that. I get out the shower. I said, bro, let's talk for a second. What's going on? And so he was breaking down to me that I didn't fail the class. He said, my grade, I do got to take it over because I need to get that. And he was like, well, how that happened? Because, you know, my mind, he said, well, they just told me that. I said, did you know what happened? He said, yeah, early on I did this, that, and that. We were talking. But the advice I gave to my son was, I said, you know, going forward, this doesn't happen. This probably I think a lot of parents need to share probably their kid with their kids and also even make a plug for themselves. I said, brother, you got to make sure you become an active asker. And what I mean by active asker is, because earlier today, me and him went to go get his car, so I took him to go get his mission, get his oil change. So, like, you doing this shit from now on. I'm not doing this stuff.
Right.
You're going to be uncomfortable, ask these questions. I'm just going to sit there and make sure I'm shutting the hell up in the whole process. So if they say, this is wrong, well, what is that? Don't just listen to that is wrong.
Right.
You know, what is that? What does that do?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, so when you becoming an active asker, so you in school, you need to ask, hey, what's going on? Okay, if I don't do this, what classes are needed? What's the prerequisites? If this doesn't go right, what can I do? Ask them kind of question, because at the end of the day, like, we learn in the military, there's no excuse for ignorance.
Inquisitive.
So, yeah, you gotta be. And far too often, what we talk about all the time, what grown folks say, I didn't know. Why the hell you didn't ask?
I didn't know.
Why? And you know how many people think because they didn't know, that get the shit off of them?
They get a pass.
It don't happen.
Right.
It don't happen. And so that's why I said, man, you got to become an active asker. And he would listen. I said, you understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah. I said, but just when people say stuff to you, there's nothing wrong. A lot of times, just don't take it like, okay, that's the answer. Because most of the time, when you're dealing with certain things, say if you go to a mechanic, you got a contract at your house, you got a professor at college, what they tell you, you may not necessarily still know what the hell it is.
Right.
But just may that be that response. Get comfort.
Okay.
Get comfort. Know what the hell going on. Like, so if they tell you this part of this is the modulator, that you need a new modulator, or you got to get the compressor fixed in your AC. Well, what the hell that for?
Right.
What does that do? Why? How did that go out? Was it wear and tear? Did something fall into it? Ask questions, because people will sit there and talk over your damn head all the time. I mean, I'm an accountant.
You spent $1,000 on something you probably didn't even need.
Or it might be something that they messed up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if you can or cannot fix it, you at least taking the ownership of asking, as opposed to just being this receptive mode where you just reactionary with everything. Hey, what's going on with that? Because my thing with him when we was talking, like, bro, you didn't know this was going on? He like, I wasn't thinking. I said, no, I'm pretty sure when they gave that syllabus out. Again, he had them one semester of college, so I wasn't beating him up, but I had to drop some game on him.
Right.
When they gave that syllabus out, I'm pretty sure they had, these are the minimum to go to the next class.
Right.
Or you need to do this, and if you once you take this class upon completion, you got to do that. You got to ask questions. You got to look. It's on you.
I don't know if they get a syllabus. Do they still get a syllabus like that out?
Yeah,
okay.
They do. They give them out, because at the end, they remember the syllabus is to protect the professor.
Yeah.
So shit go wrong. Like, we in this.
I just didn't know if they still gave them out or not.
Yeah, they got to give them out. Because like I said, that's to protect the professor.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's to inform you, but that's their protection.
Oh, okay.
We told you. Even if they didn't verbally tell you, you got on that damn paper.
Right.
And they encourage you to read it, right? So that was my whole thing to him. Like, dog, ain't no more handholding. Ain't nobody going to sit and go over everything with you, right? So you have that. You have to look at that, not get this and stick it in your damn, your bag. Exactly. Exactly. I got, he was just, and you know what? To his credit, he didn't blow me off and everything, and, and I'm glad I didn't. Because I'm sitting there like, shit, I got to pay for this damn class all over again. But with that said, I appreciate he come hollering at me, because he probably would have had like somebody else, and they might would have went off the KL. They probably just gave him,
the wrong advice. Don't worry about that class.
Yeah, don't worry about
that class. If you know what I'm saying, you're not even specializing in that.
Serious business, man.
That's not even your major. Don't even worry about that.
Serious business. And guys, listen, if you've been a victim of, I won't say victim, but if you had in your life where you actually talked to the wrong person, or, be it for whatever reason, feel free to call in and share your story. Again, the call-in number is 678-740-9894. Again, that's 678-740-9894. Again, we're talking about the effects of listening to the wrong people. And one of the first things we want to talk about, just potential issues with listening to the wrong people, is misinformation, inaccurate advice. What we're talking about. The most obvious problem is that you might receive inaccurate information or advice. Following wrong advice can lead to poor decision making and negative consequences. When people give you the wrong advice, understand they don't have any kind of liability associated with the advice they gave. Right? So typically, think about it like this, guys. When you listen to these quote unquote social media gurus that give things like that, I'm an accountant. I got legal liability if I start giving out financial information. People can actually go back and say, hey, what's going on with here and there. When you listen to somebody tell you how to make $1 million, how to set up your business and stuff like that, they're not they don't have any kind of professional designations behind it. The mistake is made, my bad.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if I mess up somebody's tax, I get somebody wrong advice. There's a reason why I got liability insurance. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I also got to be very, very careful what information I give out. If I don't know, I got to say, I don't know.
Right.
Because, again, my business and all my reputation's on hand. You know what I'm saying? One first thing I tell people, go check out my Google reviews.
Right.
Go check out my Google reviews. It's 4.9. I know what that 1 point, I know who the hell that was.
You always say, I know that 1 point is. That 0.0, I know. That 0.1, I know who it is.
I know who the hell that is. So I know who the hell that is.
Right.
But when you say that, I stand behind stuff. You know what I mean? So you got to make sure that, when you listen to folks and understand, somewhat we talk about having skin in the game. People can actually say something to you and be able to walk away like ain't nothing happened. So you got to be very, very, very careful of that, because the consequences that you may endure, listen to the wrong people, you may not be able to recover from.
I don't know why people put so much solace into listening to people online give out this information that, and they'll go with it without fact checking any of it.
I tell you why.
Just ride with it.
I tell you why. Because the solution or advice they're giving is easy.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's easy.
Not difficult.
It's free and easy.
Mm-hmm.
So there is no tough challenge or whatever we're doing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can make this money fast. In 30 days, you can be here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, just follow these 3 steps, you'll be able to have a life of luxury and leisure. That's why, right? But we start talking about, man, shit, you got to do this and do that. Honesty, man, it might take about 6 months to a year. Oh, no. You know what I'm saying? That's why.
I saw a post earlier today. A girl post on her page. Man, my tax preparer just got me $42,000 back. Y'all need to get with her. And I'm thinking to myself, how she get you that much back? Because from what I see, from what she was saying, she don't have no kids now. So how you get $42,000 back? But anyway, but you know, people jumping on, oh, what's her name? What's her number? Because they saw the number.
Yeah.
They ain't asking if she had no credentials. They ain't asked nothing. They just.
Lab, you know, I could never get down with a lot of stuff because, you know, to be honest with you, I got to sleep at night.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right,
you know,
right.
just, you know, and I say, you know, this is, we're in 2024. I've been in business 23 years this year, man. In October, that'll be 23 years we've been in business, man. And I've been in that just because they're being stand up.
Right.
I ain't finna sit here and say I made everybody happy.
Right.
But I damn sure say I made sure I was fair and right with everything. Like, you might get your return, you might not like what you seen,
Right.
but the shit was right.
Right.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
you're not gonna get out of it if I can prevent from it.
Yeah. Well, I'm not finna promise nobody anything.
Right.
I'm gonna promise you we're gonna do a thorough job.
Uh-huh.
But to say I'm gonna give you a refund and all that kind of stuff, I mean, be honest with you, I don't even want to deal with them folks anyway. You want it done right, we're gonna do it right. You want all this other stuff, you know, you need to go to them.
Right.
And those kind of things you got to sway away from. But again, I go back to what I said earlier. People don't want to. They want the quick, easy, free way, right? And that's just not realistic how things happen,
Right.
So you have to be very, very, very mindful of that. That's why a lot of times those people can be successful. But that's why at the end of the day, you see all these different kind of gurus getting sued, and all this other kind of stuff happen. They don't give a damn. They were doing that stuff before then. You just gave them an opportunity to do that.
Right.
If it's a person that really based on integrity, they're going to feel bad. And then you know what they're going to try to do? Make stuff right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're going to try to make stuff right. Now, if they say that word about going to jail or something like that, then they're trying to fix it. That's another thing. But you see most of the time, if something went wrong and they made a mistake, things happen, right?
Always.
And people try to fix it. But if they don't, man, they don't give a damn. They move to the right thing. They were schemers and scammers before then. But at the end of the day, a lot of times, we put ourselves in funky spots because we want to cut corners. You know, 20-something-year-old Poochie, you know what I'm saying? I'm walking out of AutoZone trying to find a junkie with a wrench. You know, I'm trying to cut corners. I ain't really had the money. You know, who can put this on? With, you know, about 4 or 5. Hell, somebody ain't had no damn tools. They ain't had no damn tools. I put it on, buddy. I got it, buddy. They come in about 30 minutes. They got blood and oil all over them and shit. I got it fixed, buddy. Go start it up. They got blood and oil everywhere.
Man, tools.
Hey, the car running, boy. The car running, boy.
Say no tools.
I don't know how the hell they got it fixed. They all
Right.
They got shit bleeding everywhere. They done did it. They done bit on the nut. Tires on it. Hey, but I'm just saying, I didn't give a damn
Right.
if they had any kind of certification.
Right.
I'm
You just
21,
need to put
22.
on.
I ain't got no money. Hey, I'm trying to cut a corner, and that's what happened, right? So,
Right.
but then you get older, you get more mature, you get more stable. Look, you understand that. Listen, man, I don't want to leave out this parking lot. I drive down the street, and the whole damn shit fall off. Like what happens, right? You get stuff fixed on your house. Next, you know, the shit catching on fire. You learn out of maturity. You hopefully learn out of maturity. Like, listen, let me go on and pay this money, get it fixed, so I ain't got to come back to these folks no more. Give the life and experience to teach you that, right?
Right.
So those kind of things, I think people, as you get older, you find out. Let me do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? When you try to cut corners, but you have to go through stuff. A select few of people are just on that straight and narrow. Like, hey, you know, we're gonna do it this way here. Don't go do all the steps to get there. But usually, most time people want to kind of cut a step here and there. And they'll think of like this just a faster way to do it. But it ain't necessarily. It usually is something that's gonna bite you in the butt. But I damn sure remember them days, man. Lab, you never caught those mechanics out there in that parking lot, Lab.
I've caught one that said, "Give me a deuce, deuce. I'll put all the brakes on for you."
Thanks for calling Changing Lives. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, I love this topic. I have an interesting question for you and your co-host. When you say listening to the wrong people, what if the wrong person or persons happen to be your entrusted parent? Parents mean well, but a lot of times they may have different experiences or sometimes just not as logical as perhaps they should be ideally. So how do you deal with that? And keep up the great work.
Thanks. I appreciate it. I think one of the biggest things that the question was when we were talking about the question was when we were talking about listen to the wrong people, and the person that giving you that advice is like a parent or somebody close to you. How do you handle a situation like that? You being close to your parents, how do you handle that situation when they're giving you the wrong advice? And like what me and Lab talked about it earlier, you still want to make sure that they're reputable and credible.
Mm-hmm.
Starting there, they're reputable and credible. You do not, nothing stops you out of respect from letting them talk.
Mm-hmm.
It's on you if you're going to move with it.
It's going to take the advice.
Now, we were just talking about receiving unsolicited advice. And typically, like I said before, the people that are comfortable enough to give you unsolicited advice are who? Your family members, close friends, right?
Right.
Those are the people you're going to get at. It still goes the same.
Mm-hmm.
Credible and reputable.
Mm-hmm.
I love my mama. I love, my grandmamas, granddaddies. I got some cousins, man. Hey, thick and thin.
Mm-hmm.
I know, man. Rest of soul, my cousin Eric, man. I remember when I was when Eric was like when I was going through my divorce, he was just telling me some real street shit to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, I just do this. I move the money down. Like, and I know my cousin loved me.
Right.
I knew he loved me.
Right.
But I knew he didn't know what the hell he was talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And cuz was just cuz had, man.
He just being cuz.
But he had my back.
Right.
But it wasn't no time to snap on him. You did what I'm saying?
Right.
But I knew, cuz this. Listen. And it's
I love you.
Yeah.
I love you.
Hey, I got it. Appreciate it, cuz I got it. And it's the same thing with our family members and stuff like that. My mama too. When I went to my mama just shooting stuff, but that's her baby going through stuff. She being a mama, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She being a mama.
Right.
I love my mama, but I knew half of that my mama was saying no. Because
mama, I love you.
It wasn't the best route to do it when you talk about something going through court proceedings, right?
Right.
So I say again, it's nothing wrong. Now, if you don't want to hear it, you can just say, well, can we just get out of the conversation?
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time, they're going to give you, and because you don't want to hurt relationships, you can let them go on and talk. But you still, at the end of the day, the decision's still yours.
Right.
What I hear and what I receive and what I act on, two different things, right? Two different things. And you just got to be smart enough, and everything. Because, again, what we just talked about, when you make decisions, you got to deal with the ramifications and the consequences of that decision.
That's true.
So you make that decision based off, some not the best advice, not the most credible or reputable advice. Mm-hmm. You got to live with that. And your people they going to feel bad for you, but shit, they ain't going to cover the cost.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you
Exactly.
said before, man, I was talking with my partners, man. He got a business. Me and him sitting there rapping. And, he was just telling me how a lot of people come in, man, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this and that. But everybody had advice that one, never been in the game, and then most importantly, nobody was paying for the advice they were giving.
Right.
Man, you need to sell some more of these, you need to pay for these, get some like advertising free. Like more inventory is free.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some more, employees are free. You know what I'm saying? What the hell like, damn, are you a magician?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well,
right.
Damn, if you got the magic wand.
Don't know nothing about business.
Yeah, exactly. You do the hocus pocus shit. Like, then we can roll on it.
Still working in the warehouse, but gonna tell you how to do all this.
Exactly. But
Cat Lady 17 said that's so true.
well, and I don't, I've always been the person, no matter where you was, what you did, I give people a chance to talk because, again, they can say 5 or 6 things. One thing could be a golden nugget. Put you in a whole different atmosphere with things. But you still got to be able to disseminate, hey, man, this, hey, I can't really go move on that or not. I can't move on that. And again, we're talking about the effects of listening to the wrong people. Feel free to call in, guys. The call-in number is 678-740-9894. Again, the call-in number is 678-740-9894. I know some more of you guys have got the wrong advice. Or if you're in situations, because we know life be lifing, and you getting all kind of different information pitched to you, this, that, and that, as far as advice, feel free to share your situation or anything you may be thinking about with that. Another key thing, we look at unreliable guidance. people who may not have the expertise or experience that we talk about in a particular area to offer guidance, relying on such individuals can result in ineffective solutions and misguided actions. Kind of going on that. Another one being conflict of interest. Some individuals may have a vested interest in steering you in a particular direction, even if it's not your best interest. The conflict of interest can compromise the advice you receive. How many times, I can just tell you how many times over the years I've been approached with close family members and friends. Hey, Pooch, I got a business investment for you.
Idea.
I got this venture we can do. And people have a lot of advice. I've found that people, they love me. They have a lot of advice of shit I can do with my money for them. Hear me out again.
Right.
I can do with my money
for them.
What the fuck is it? Huh?
You got
Hey,
it.
let me tell you something, bro. We talk about conflict of interest. Man, and when I get pitched, and I always school people on this. I always school people on this, Lab. And I thank the Lord I've been blessed, man. I've been, pretty comfortable for the past couple of years and stuff like that. But let me say something. When people come to me with these business ventures and things, I always let people talk. Always let people talk. I'm like, damn, let me try it out. But I know my schedule. I know what I can and can't do. And most of the time, it's tough for me right now in life to get on new stuff. But I ain't finna blow nobody off, right?
Right.
But one of the key things, until they say, yeah, we get this, then we can do that, make this kind of money. You know what I never damn hear? What I never hear? What the hell you gonna give me? Like, people will tell you all the money you can make. I don't care what you can make.
Right.
Or what the business will make.
Right.
What ain't Poochie gonna get back? And I know you even give me the shit I just paid for.
Right.
No, you know what I'm saying? Like, Lab, that is one of the things that blows my damn mind.
He give you the business venture.
Man, I'm talking about, man, can't we know? I remember came to me a couple years ago, wanted to do a play. Said Pooh Dog came here to hit the venue thing, man. Give me $5,000. We can lock it in. I already got the numbers, the seats, and all this other kind of stuff. Had it laid out how much money everything gonna make. Hey, all right. Well, what the hell you gonna give me? Yeah, he had never thought about that.
Right.
What you want my money for? Like
What's my
I never forgot that. Like, dog, and he had I asked him some kind of damn super SAT question.
Right.
Like, what? I mean, you want my money?
Right.
You already plotted how much money this is gonna make.
Right.
But I know damn well he asked me for $5,000 to give you, and then you give me $5,000 damn dollars back. Shit. Lamb.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Again, your return on your investment is zero.
Yeah. You lose my shit, we keep it moving.
The ROI is zero.
Man, that happen all the time.
Right.
That happen all the time. Man, bro, you gotta come on now.
The ROI is zero, Poochie.
Come on now, Lab. If y'all been, I'm telling you, if anybody has been approached like that, I'm telling you, Lab. I get all that stuff all the time. People tell me, they'll tell me what the business, what the show would make.
Right.
But ain't nobody, I don't give a damn. What are you gonna get Poochie?
But see, people don't think about that. They don't think about if I give you $5,000 and you gonna give me $5,000 back, why can't I just keep my $5,000 and keep the $5,000 I already got? You get what I'm saying? Like, if I'm not making nothing on this endeavor, why should I even give you the money? Because my money can sit in the bank and do exactly what it's gonna do with you.
People don't care.
Oh, okay.
They don't care about their personal interest.
Okay.
The one time of that conflict of interest, people doing that kind of stuff. They will how they can promote them and stuff like that. That's kind of like even with the studio, man. Me and my dog had that studio and everything. He was into that stuff. Like he was really, me seeing money. That's one of the key things. Like say, like this is what was that? That was early 2000s and shit like that. I was young in business, so I wasn't really even looking at I had a damn business degree, but I had no business applications, no business practice. If that makes sense. So again, I know theoretically what stuff's supposed to do on paper, what you learn in school.
Right.
But I hadn't made or lost no damn money to understand it. You know what I mean? And it was the same thing. My dog, he was into that such and such, or this such and such producer, that's such and such manager. Like I didn't give a shit. Oh, man, how much money we made? Oh man, I let him do that, man. I let him come on in there.
As help you out.
Man, they in there smoking weed, having sex, all kind of stuff in my damn studio.
In my studio.
In my studio.
Well, I done paid the money for.
Who are you? Who are you? In my shit.
No, say get no rate of return on it. They just in there hanging out.
Man,
smoking up the place.
Player. I'm sitting there like, what the fuck is going on?
Yep.
But they go back into, like I said, that conflict of interest, and you got to be very careful because a lot of times people will pull on your emotions. A lot of like, hey, if you ain't savvy, hey bro, we can make some money. Hey little family, we trying to do this. Hey man, you can help me out. This is my dream. This is what I'm trying to do. And because you might trust them, love them, care about them, whatever and stuff like that, you kind of may bend the rules. I told you, straight up when we had when we were partners and we had lost that what was that, 20-something grand, that damn real estate company. Yeah. I didn't scrutinize that deal like I normally would of anybody else because that's my partner.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I didn't.
Right.
I didn't do that, and because of that, like he saw, and I know, and I and I'm going back into it, making me feel more and more damn stupid. Like I'm saying, like aesthetically, I might, I grill folks. And I'm like, man, man, is they really making money, because, I always say don't get traffic confused with profits.
Right.
I didn't scrutinize that. I only know if my man was making money.
Right.
But he looked like he was.
Right.
As stupid as it sounds.
Right.
But
what you say that Mercedes might look good outside until you start it up.
But I trusted him.
Right.
But I should have trusted my process more than I trusted him. Yeah, because my process what got me where I'm at, not people. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
Love or care about him, whatever. You dig what I'm saying? And I remember, like, we lost that money. I was less upset with him than I'm more upset with me.
Yourself.
Yeah. And so, like I said, that conflict of interest, like, I'm really funding some shit he wanted to do. It looked like it's stuff could have benefited us, but it really was benefiting him. And you got to be able to sit back for a second and protect yourself. Protect yourself to be like, hey, man, like, that might not necessarily be the most advantageous thing, for us to do. But you got to, that conflict of interest piece, when we start talking about it again, make sure you, the effects of listening to the wrong people. Folks will come to you be like, man, this is a good way to make money. I mean, we can invest in this. We can do this investment club, this, that, and that. And theoretically, it may be a quote-unquote good idea, but in practice it's not, because everybody comes to the same, especially not expertise and money. A lot of folks that come with expertise and money. Then somebody telling you, hey, man, go down to Charles Schwab and meet with a financial advisor. That's a little different because, you actually dealing with a proven company with a proven product. And you out here trying to do some damn Bitcoin and day trading with somebody that talking about, I heard these guys can make some money. Maybe hold your pants with your shoestrings.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I know a lot of times people may look at and say, well, Poochie, you ain't doing shit all day but smoking cigars and see you sitting there. Hey, man, I paid some dude for this shit.
Right. I work 20 hours a day, so I have to work 40 hours a week.
So I work 40 a week. Shit. I done made this change, but I done lost a whole lot of money.
Right.
I done sat there, shit. Shit, a couple of shit. Ain't nobody like making money like me.
Right.
But I can sit here and tell you, man, I done messed up so much. And then really, I always look back at it. It was just education.
Right.
And those moments where, like I just told you before, when I rushed stuff, old head told me that a long time ago when I was about 21 years old, man, you're going to be all right in life, just don't force it. And every time that I think I forced it and tried to go too fast or didn't do it, it always bit me in my ass. And that always has stuck with me, And again, I'm human. I'm human. I'm just like the next person, you dig? So I don't.
You want it now.
I knew better, you know what I mean? And it came back bite me in the butt. And the things that I trusted the process with, it worked out. So you got to be very careful when we start talking about that conflict of interest piece. Again, tonight we're talking about the effects of listening to the wrong people. This is Changing Lives. Hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burton. We're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. The main hub is the Changing Lives, hosted by Deonte Burton YouTube channel, where we have over 800 videos. Definitely, if you got to leave or you come back in the middle of the show, go to the YouTube channel, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you check out this recording this entirety. Also, better take advantage of all the other great information that's on the YouTube channel. And again, tonight's show, we're talking about the effects of listening to the wrong people. Feel free to call in. Remember, the call-in number is 678-740-9894. Again, that's 678-740-9894. Please call in if you got any questions, anything. And again, we're talking about these different things that can affect you with listening to the wrong people. You can stifle your personal growth. If you only listen to those who agree with you or share similar perspectives, you may limit your personal growth and miss out on valuable insights. Diverse viewpoints contribute to a more well-rounded understanding of the situation. Like we talked about before, the people that are close to us and care about us, they'll tell us probably a lot of time what we want to hear, or as far as really what they want to know. That look good, that's a good idea, but it really ain't. And there's nothing wrong with being uncomfortable. if nothing wrong with actually somebody telling you, hey man, I tried it before, that didn't work.
Right.
And sometimes people can take it like, if you want to get in your feelings and feel like somebody hating, they ain't hating, they being honest.
They being 100% honest with you.
Me and one of my sons, my oldest boy, we were talking last night on the phone. He was just talking about some friends of his had different businesses and what they were doing and stuff. And we were just breaking down some stuff. I said, nah, dog, I don't see them making that kind of money. Like, people don't want to, I'm an accountant, 20 years in business. Like, I've seen all kind of different industries. So I'm coming from a different insight. I'm not talking about hating like, dog, at the end of the day, math is math.
Right.
I'm selling this for $5. It cost me $4 to make it. For the material, the marketing, the the $4, I'm making $1. To break even, my rent, all this other stuff is $1,000 a month. I gotta sell 1,000 of them. You know these folks ain't selling 1,000. That's just to break even. I ain't took no money home, ain't did this, that, and that. Like, dog, like I know they ain't pushing that kind of stuff.
Right.
Like, they're not doing that.
It's not coming out like that.
It ain't coming out like that. And a lot of times people don't want to have that scrutiny going on or just be honest with things like that. And folks don't want to hear that. Oh man, you hate, you don't see it. I got to believe in this belief. It ain't about belief, right? It ain't about belief.
At the end of the day,
it's a reason why you look at those Fortune 500 companies again, the McDonald's, the General Electric, the Xerox, and Xerox still open. Xerox still open. Yeah, Xerox. It's still Fortune 500. All those companies, all the banks, they got research and development departments.
Right.
Like they're gonna put tons of money to see what perspectives are out there. Would it work? Would it don't work? And before we start rolling this stuff out, let's do it. That's why they get all that money into marketing to kind of just, hey, what's new out there? What we need to try, right? I mean, there are tons of flavors of Coca-Cola that didn't go forward,
right?
Because they didn't like the feedback. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
That's true. People don't understand. Like, when people give you scrutiny, it may not be from a negative sense. It may just be from a realistic sense, right? Sometimes you can go with your gut, say, hey, I had to believe in this, that, and that. That's cool, but I don't necessarily know that's probably the best advice going against what, people that actually, verse with who are doing certain things, right? The video I did about steps you should take before going into a divorce.
Okay.
And one of the biggest things I push, go get proper legal counsel. Like I was saying before, you listen to people that care about you. They care about you. But in terms from a legality standpoint, probably ain't the best thing for you to do.
She got a lawyer, you in there by yourself.
Exactly.
Right.
You sitting there, man. How many cats done went to damn family court dealing with child support cases?
By themselves.
With a bag of receipts.
Right.
Toot, toot.
Showing that they've been paying for it. That don't matter.
I listen to that black youngster on the way over here. Toot, toot. Shit. You go up in there with your damn bag of receipts. Shit. Boy.
Right.
Boy, it's so hard to say goodbye. I be paying this there for the baby. Man, shit. Damn.
And she got a lawyer.
Yeah, man, come on now. Spend that little money, man. Spend that little money,
Right.
Pay more, pay less on the front end and pay a whole lot more on the back end.
So we say pay it now, pay it later.
Hey, there you go. Ain't gonna be a whole lot more later. Especially if you gonna pay 3-4 times of that to get out that hole.
Right.
So understand that's how you stifle your personal growth. Gotta be open to change. Be open to be uncomfortable. Right. We start talking about listen to the wrong people. Like the body, our life, everything responds best to change. Right. So we start doing things adversely. Those things that shape you. Doing the same thing over and over and over again is going to get over and over again results. You want to start making differences and changes stuff, you're going to put yourself in uncomfortable positions.
But people really only take in advice or listen to people hard when they agree with them. They don't necessarily like that like we talked about earlier, conflict kind of conversation. Like if I'm saying, you know what, I'm gonna rent out 8 Teslas a week. I'm gonna go rent the Teslas or lease the Teslas and rent them out for $500 a day. And you saying, because you're in the county, like that ain't gonna add up. You still got to do insurance, blah blah blah. And then somebody else saying, well, that sounds like a great idea. They gonna listen to the great idea before they listen to you.
Well, that's fine, but you got to tell you what the consequences that come along with it. See, a key thing with that lab, sometimes, I made the video on it, going by what you just asked before. Everybody don't ask for no advice.
Right.
But when they open their mouth to ask for advice, you got to be prepared for that.
Right.
What we talk about all the time, lab, when you want to go, people say, well, man, go talk to the person. man, go, man, you don't agree with Lab said, man, just go talk to Lab.
Talk to her face to face.
And I can always say, you gotta be prepared for Lab saying, man, Poochie, shut the hell up.
I don't talk to you.
I don't hear that shit. No, I meant what I said, Poochie. People not prepared for that. People want to say, Lab, can I tell you something? I didn't feel that was right. Like, man, that bullshit. No. You look at all the stuff with Cat Williams was talking about, those people and stuff like that. Cat is not, I can tell by that conversation. All those people he talked about, they can call him today. He ain't hearing that shit.
You could.
He's not hearing that shit.
Right.
Like, they go, hey, bro, I need to talk with you about that. Ain't true. He might not answer the damn phone. And he might say some old foul ass shit when he get on the phone that really had you just pissed off. And people, I think, are not really, to me, prepared for that. So people will be more comfortable with people that agree with them and stuff like that. You got to be able to take what come along with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why I say that. When you don't want to get legal counsel, you don't want to get business consulting, you don't want to get married, divorce advice, all that kind of stuff. If you want to just go off feelings and emotions or fight from people who really don't know, if you can handle dealing with that, that's cool. Most folks ain't, because most folks don't want to be they don't want to be accountable. That's why a lot of folks think, for whatever crazy ass reason, I didn't know is a plausible excuse.
Right.
Like, no, why didn't you know?
You been doing this for how long?
No, but see, the reason why people didn't know, because they didn't want to know, because if it didn't work, they can always use that.
I didn't know.
Told me. Yeah,
right.
That shit don't matter. That shit don't
They
matter.
don't. You can't tell them that. Though.
I got too much to lose. I got too many liabilities. My children, my home, all this other kind of stuff. I can't afford to be wrong.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Like, I can't afford to be wrong. Like, real talk.
Right.
If I know, like, what we did at a concert right for the pandemic down at what the hell that was? Down at Albany State.
Okay.
Like, I put in enough where I could lose.
Right.
I gave a couple grand for that. We had your girl Miss Miami.
Okay.
She had a 50-inch booty. What that her? She was on Botch.
Okay.
She hosted the thing.
Yeah.
And I know I lost about, I think it made about $600-700 in regards to what I put in, what it made and everything. But I put in what I could afford to lose.
Right.
I didn't go into it, just silent investor, putting some money up and everything like that. Had some young rapper and everything down there, but I know Albany State homecoming. But I'm just thinking off the top of my head, that was something I put money in. I knew I could afford to lose, so it wasn't really no big idea. Do I think it did better if I have more hands on? Probably so. You know what I'm saying? Because I know nobody was scrutinizing things like I was. They probably they had a little.
Slick said we wasn't invited to that.
I wouldn't either. I didn't go.
You ain't go?
Nah, I ain't go. Man, I ain't want to go down there. Man, I want to see no. Hell, I can go stay in Atlanta. I want to see a big booty. Hell, I ain't going to shit. Not that big a booty, but I got to go down.
I know 50.
Yeah, that's 50 is. I should wipe that.
Huh?
You ever see, but you ain't never seen her, right? Google her, Miss Miami. She's on Botch.
Okay.
Yeah, damn, a little bit of that waist, big old dunk and everything.
I ain't never seen.
I'm gonna see the promo video,
Okay.
A promo video. But y'all know Miss Miami. Everybody knows she was on Botch. Her booty got infected and stuff.
Oh, wow.
A little bit after that and stuff. Man, it was a damn mess. But she hosted that. I forgot that, but it was Albany State homecoming. Maybe 17, 18.
Okay.
Something like that and everything. But I remember the show didn't do, it didn't break even. It wouldn't break even. I didn't get my money back.
Right.
But those kind of things, you sitting there looking at it like, I knew going in, like, hey, I can afford to lose this. I want to try. I didn't go through the normal scrutiny as opposed to just say if I want to do me a show here,
right,
and I'm putting in my money, I got these acts or whatever doing that kind of stuff. I probably have, I'll be a lot more hands on with it. You know what I'm saying? Because being involved with it, with doing it. But I remember that in particular. There's a lot of times people say, man, go do this, go do that show and everything.
Right.
I put in what I could afford, to lose.
Right.
With that. And again, we're talking about the effects of listening to the wrong people, guys. Again, this is Change the Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burton. Feel free to call in and add any kind of instance where you may have listened to the wrong people, or if you got any question about, how, like the caller said earlier, how do you actually analyze if you're getting wrong advice, or how to handle the situation if you're getting wrong advice from a certain person. Call in. The number is 678-749-740-9894. Again,
678-740-9894.
shit, I've been running like a damn lawnmower.
Okay.
Hey, again, you about to say something
Go
last?
ahead.
Well, again, we're talking about those particular things that affects listening to the wrong people, and we talk different scenarios that can affect that, guys. A big one is strained relationship, and here's the deal, guys. When you start going into these particular things, shit don't go right. You can lose out on a lot. Relationship with a family, somebody close to you, and if you consistently listen to the wrong people, it might strain the relationship with those who genuinely care about your well-being. Friends, families, or mentors may become frustrated with that you consistently ignore their advice, or you may get pissed off you took their advice and the shit don't go that way.
Right.
And those things about it, like, how many times have you heard people say on effort, just such and such no more, I put this money behind their business, and it didn't work. Now at the end of the day, did they do you wrong, or was you being greedy with what you hope? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why I say, like, with that situation with that house,
right,
me and that cat, we cool. Right. I just ain't gonna do business with him no more.
Right.
Because, like I said,
you didn't scrutinize enough.
I don't think he tried to take my money.
Right.
I don't think he tried to take my money. What I do think is that he wasn't as solid on that as he shot out to be. In his mind, he was.
Right.
In his mind, he was.
Right.
But from my standard, it wasn't.
Right.
But because I trusted him, I laid my money down. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm not going to deal business with him more because he's not at the level that I'm comfortable with doing business.
Right.
You understand?
Exactly.
But I don't think he tried to take my money.
Right.
I'm being honest with you with that. I really don't. And I've said that the people that knew about the situation, even the other guys that was in the deal, I don't think he was trying to do that. I really don't. But I damn sure don't think
he just didn't stay on top of him and wanted to do diligent enough.
He wasn't solid on it.
Right.
As was sold.
Right.
In his mind, he was.
Right.
My standard, he wasn't.
Right. That's all. Yeah. Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And cat lose money dealing with, man, he lost our money, this, that, and that. I think he did it.
I think he ain't do it on purpose.
Yeah, he didn't do it on purpose.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Now sometimes people can swindle you, right? And do all kind of stuff. But that's why I kind of stay away from, if me and a friend or family member do something, man, I help you.
Right.
I ain't trying to get no money and shit involved. Like, I help you, dog. I do this, that, and that. Now I'm gonna help at my leisure because I'm doing it free.
Right.
Or if I sponsor you, that's just something out of my pocket. If you give me back this, that, and that, cool. Now look at it like seed money with this, that, and that. But I don't want to strain no relationships. Experience has taught me that.
Right.
You understand?
I get what you're saying.
Hey, look, no, we ain't gonna do that. No,
we ain't gonna do it that way, but we'll do it this way.
Yeah, because
the way I'm comfortable with doing it.
Because I tell you, like, I get that all the time, man. Here's an investment. That shit ain't no damn investment. That's me funding your damn dream.
And then the first thing they say, man, he don't even want to help me out, but he got all that money. He don't even want to. Family don't even want to help you. You know how they always post that on.
Yeah. Man, family don't mind help. Family don't want to lose no damn money with
right.
your ass.
Especially if they don't have it to lose.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know if anybody got shit to lose. I think it'd be just that when people, they don't look at it the same when it's yours.
Okay.
I know me, man. That's why I say I know how I do business, and I think that's probably why I've been fortunate enough. And people feel free to call in; they feel something damn different. I take that shit personal. If I got your money, when I coached, I took it personal. I had your children. That's your more prized possession. I got it. I got your kids. Right. I got your money. That's your more prized possession. I take it personal. Right. So I got it. If it's something I can't deal with, nah, bro, you need to keep your money. We can't do nothing with that and stuff like that. So, and that's how my integrity. We're doing. Everybody ain't like me. I'm not tripping or anything like that. But if I felt like, hey man, I don't want to hold that kind of money. Sometimes people, well, listen, man, if it's a job I know we're gonna do, we say give us a deposit, fine. But if it's a job, I'm trying to figure out if this something even in my sphere of work to do.
Right.
Well, look, let me go. No. I don't want that money from you right now. No. Don't give me no damn money. Don't give me nothing.
Right.
Let me see if this something we could do first.
Okay.
And then we'll talk about that. You know what I mean? And people like, no, I just want to. I trust you. It's not I don't trust me. I just might can't do it. You know, I might can't. Don't it might not fit in my schedule right now with doing it and stuff like that. Because if I sit here and I'm busy knocking out 10 to 15 people, and that one person gonna have me locked in, I can't get to what I'm doing. I ain't got that time to lose. 'Cause I'm missing out on money.
Somewhere else.
Dealing with all the other folks, right? But those kind of things, like I'm funny about that, and I just think that a lot of times people they don't take those relationships serious. You gotta be very, very careful. When again we talk about listening to the wrong people. Hey man, understand the whole big picture ramifications. If things don't go right, what are the relationships? If relationships gonna be affected, family members, friends, and stuff like that. Because just like you might hire your niece or nephew, cause you care about them, give them a chance. But you know they sorry shit.
Right, right.
Like why you gonna put your reputation and all that stuff? You know your child, your sibling. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know your love or interest in them doing well, can supersede your logic. We talked before, so you gotta be very, very careful about that. You know, an average person, I don't think gonna give that stuff the kind of scrutiny that it deserves to do that. But you gotta protect yourself. You gotta protect your reputation with doing that. Another key thing is missing opportunities. Depending on the advice you follow, you may miss out on opportunities that could be beneficial to your personal or professional growth and things like that, guys. Again, we're talking about you know, doing this particular thing, what I just meant before. Like, I'm locked in with this particular thing. Now I can't get to the other stuff that I could be doing. You know, 10 of those might be better than you doing that one. That one you paying me okay, but I make way more money doing 10 of something else.
Right,
you know,
right.
even though it's less than that. Be careful of that. And when you listen to people, like I said, man, you got to be able to process stuff. I just told my son the other day, me and PJ was talking. You know, just he young and everything. I said, man, because, you know, P is a great guy. PJ just like me, real great guy. But I was telling him that, you know, a lot of young people don't understand that is the power of the word no. And no is probably one of the most empowering words, because if you're the type of person, it's a great way to be the type of person where everybody count on you and look to you to do certain things. That's a great feeling. You know, that people come to Poochie, and man, Poochie can do it. Poochie can, hey man, you wanna all the time, man. You know, and this shit true. I get, hey man, you want to be president of this? You want to be doing this, that, and that? People always got shit to say about me.
Right.
But, hey man, once you do this, once you do that, man, once you try to lead this and do that, you ought to start this, that, and that. It's a great feeling, right? To know people that even think of you doing it, right?
Right.
But at the end of the day, you know what's going on in your life. Got too much shit going on.
I'm already
busy.
busy.
Whatever, this, that, and that. And you got to be able to take control and say no with some stuff, right? You know, not that you... And be okay with folks like, damn, man, like you done hurt they feeling disappointed. And you might have did, but that'd be okay. But I only got one me.
Right.
So the word no is so powerful because you're taking control of yourself. A lot of times people, they don't want other folk to feel bad or this, especially people you care about. You have a person, you might not give a damn, but you really don't want people to feel a certain way because you built that reputation for everybody to look at Lab with this, you know, this esteem. Like, hey man, we want to do it right. We're gonna call Lab.
Right.
But Lab can't. Lab got
can't
two
do
arms, two
everything.
legs.
Lab got to say no sometimes.
There you go, and that's a very
for my mental state.
Exactly.
Right.
Because what happened, your ass be so many damn places. You can't even give like 20-30% to some things.
Right.
Because you strung the hell out trying to satisfy so many people and please folks, right? And it may be no such so much you're a yes person. Like I say, it's just you feel good that you getting approached with stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? And I just know that with myself. Hey man, we got this thing here, man. We might need you to leak. What the hell you mean you might need me to do shit? No, hell.
Right. Not say no hell.
That's how they throw it at me now, man.
Right.
Man. We got a thing for you to lead up and do this, man, brother Burden. Brother, no, hell.
You ain't finna trick me.
No. Yeah,
right,
you know,
right.
People know how to pay them, but you gotta be very, very careful of that, guys. And one of the things, you know, the last one we're talking about is we're talking about being careful when not listen to the effects of listening to the wrong people, wasting resources, money, and most importantly, your time. You got to be very, very careful because when you do those kind of things, they don't necessarily yield positive outcomes for you.
Right.
And we know time spent, we can't get that back.
Yeah.
So and the time you spent trying to take care of something, listening to the wrong damn person, you know, really, you don't put yourself in a funky spot and missing other opportunities, hurting relationships, you know, putting yourself in a bad predicament and stuff like that. So you gotta be very, very careful, guys. We didn't get too many calls in a day, so I guess everybody listens to the right damn people. Everybody got the
well, the effects of it hasn't kicked in yet.
Guys, to avoid these problems, it's crucial to carefully evaluate the credibility, expertise, and intentions of the people you listen to. Seek advice from a diverse range of sources, consider different perspectives, and make informed decisions based on critical thinking and sound judgment. Same thing we've talked about all night long, guys. Put yourself in the right position. Just take your time.
Mm-hmm.
Take your time. Take your time. Don't be okay with everybody not liking you.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the things with what I always say with just being in leadership. I think people that know me, I always been two things that's consistent and fair.
Right.
I ain't had no problem with folk being upset. Yeah, it'll be all right. If you know me, you'll get over it and everything. But you can't make everybody happy. Can't appease everybody. And the only person that you owe everything to be right with is you.
Yourself.
And you have to protect you. Because again, shit, went on or whatever. Man, Poochie lost all that money dealing with them folks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, he should have did that. His wife left him. His kids, this, that, and that.
Right.
The business done sunk. You trying to do that, helping a friend,
Mm-hmm.
doing this other kind of stuff. I said, man, I remember that concert. I wasn't really tripping. I said, let me put this into it.
Mm-hmm.
And I could be honest with myself. I think if I had a little bit more hands on, it could have did a little better. But I don't think it would have did that much better because why? My dumb ass doing the show, Albany State homecoming weekend. It was 12 other ones.
Right. Right.
So it was just so much money.
There was too many people spread out.
Yeah, it ain't so. It's a lot of people down there, but Albany's still damn Albany.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's a city town.
Right.
But again, it was just so many. Everybody was doing stuff and everything. We're doing it. Probably could have had the venue a little cheaper.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't really pay too much. For old girl. Said I can tell you true stories that I paid for. You know what I'm saying? So those kind of things, I can look back at it, but I was honest with myself what I put into it, and everything and stuff, man. But definitely, guys, man, I appreciate the conversation, and I look forward to having an awesome 2024. I'm really gonna be pushing for a big growth of changing lives this year, and I'm gonna make a big commitment to that and Mr. Short Dollar. So definitely, guys, you get an opportunity to go to Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burton, on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Take advantage of all the great information that's on there. So next week we'll be back with Mr. Short Dollar. But make sure you check out both channels. Changing Lives, hosted by yours truly, Deonte Burton, and Mr. Short Dollar, where, my finance channel where we talk about personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, and investing. Go to both channels. Subscribe to both. Regardless of what platform you're looking at. I appreciate whatever platform you're looking at it, but those ones in particular, you can always go back and see those videos in the whole entirety on the YouTube channel. But y'all take care of yourself. Again, we know January. Give your boy a shout out.
That's right.
Shout
Birthday
out,
coming up.
Cash App Deonte Burton. $, Deonte Burton. That's it.
That's right. Birthday.
Y'all want to make it January 8th. Remember, $, Deonte Burton. You can't go wrong with that, baby. Can't go wrong. You see the picture with me with a little cap and gown on.
That's right.
Definitely, man. Birthday Monday, man. We're gonna enjoy it, and I hope everybody have a super 2024. We made it to it. Let's enjoy it. I love you guys. Thanks again for all the love and support, and I'll talk with you soon.